she wanna party like a rock star. Play it right, get it poppin' back up my car. Saying I'm the best she had by far. At each other's throats like we rapping in a cypher. Can't get enough on me, the wife. Better slow down.
We are here again, the Webbisode Podcast. This is an artist interview with none other than Retrograded.
What's up, I miss you. I just wanna kiss you again. I'm sorry I'm annoying, I just say what's in my head. So I'll leave you alone, cause all we got is time for now. But that won't last forever.
Super hyped for this.
So, of course, I want to start with, where did this name come from, Retrograded?
So I've given a few different answers to this, but when I think of like retrograde, it's all about like taking a step back, and just looking at it from a different perspective, I guess. So if you're retrograded, you're doing that. But really, I liked the word retrograde, and there was somebody else already had the name, so I just added a D to the end.
Gotcha.
And just stuck with it.
Right. That's always a thing.
Yeah, man.
You gotta change it a little bit. That's what's up, man. So what got you into music? Like, how did you start?
So
creating?
In high school, I made a lot of videos, and when I got to college, one of my buddies asked me if I wanted to make a music video for this film thing at my school. It was like a film festival. So we were trying to figure out what song to make, and I was like, I've been messing around with like loops and stuff. I could just try to make a song. So I made the song for the video, like wrote out the whole story, and like we made the video. The video was pretty garbage, but like it still started.
How did you make it? Like, what did you?
I was, half of it was like a beat I made in Logic, and then the other half was like a ukulele part. It's I don't think it's still up on YouTube, and I don't know if. But anyways,
it was on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, no, yeah.
All right.
But that's how I got kickstarted into like making music and music videos. So everything I've done, like I would make a bunch of songs, but I also loved making the videos just as much, And like I was going to school for film, so like basically all the projects I was turning in were music videos that I was just making, on my own anyways. So
it's like kind of tuning.
Yeah.
The audio production was along with that.
Yeah.
The visual. That's dope, man.
And I really just like I just loved doing it, and it was just something I was working on every day. I loved writing songs and like making stuff.
Is there a certain kind of like genre that you favor?
Yeah,
mostly?
so when I first got started, I was making like progressive house, like dance stuff.
You can dance? Can you
I
dance?
did, dude. I have been dancing for
you kind
for
of
a
give
while
b-boy
now.
style.
Yeah, that's
dope.
Since I started live performances, like I've started like trying to dance on stage a little bit, and it's a good time.
All right. So,
genre wise though, it's like all over the place. It's like I get inspiration from like my original roots in EDM, and then like I got really into lo-fi hip hop.
Okay.
And singer-songwriter, like with an emphasis on the lyrics that like actually mean something. I like just combining all these things to make the songs I've made, I guess.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
Yeah.
So let's just dive into this EP that you have coming out.
Yeah, man.
It's called Think of Me, man.
It's called Think of Me.
Y'all get ready for that. It's coming out soon. You have a date?
Yep, February 25th.
Where did the name Think of Me come from? Like, how did that?
So this whole EP has been a process over the course of the last like 2 years, and COVID hit. I went back home to California for a bit and had nothing to do all day but work on music. So I just made a ton of songs, and then I just ended up sitting on them for about a year. And I finally got back in a headspace of like, okay, these are good songs, I might as well just finish them. So Think of Me was something I made like 2 years ago,
Okay.
And I just decided to, I think that encapsulates the feeling I want to give with the whole EP. So I just named it after that.
Okay. Like, and you mix, you produce everything yourself, everything.
I
Still,
I write, produce, mix.
Out of those three songs, like mine, I like the first, the Sunday.
Thank you, man.
Which one is like your like really spoke about you? You know what I mean?
I've been sitting on these songs for so long that they all just mean so much to me, you know?
Right.
Like, just because I've been listening to them for like 2 years, I'm finally getting to a point where like, holy shit, people are gonna actually hear these for the first time.
Right.
And it's very exciting. But I think production wise, I really like Stars. I think it's super cool because instead of a 4/4, what is it?
The cadence process.
Yeah. It's 3/4,
The-
so it's a waltz instead of a
got
regular pop song.
Yeah.
And how I started that song is I found this guitarist on Instagram and I just like I screen recorded it and sampled it and just made the intro for Stars. But then I couldn't figure out where to go with it because like I'm very grid based and like nothing was working because I was trying to make it in 4/4.
Yeah.
So once I figured out it was in 3/4, the song just kind of came out of nowhere. But I think that's what makes it unique is that it's like
Right.
there's nothing really like it.
So like, how did you find that 3/4, like that idea that's what you wanted to go with? You know what I mean?
I mean, I built the whole thing around that guitar sample.
Got you.
And
So just
that's usually how I build out a track is like I'll find a key element that I really like and then just
that sticks out to you.
build around it. But that's like the core element that's there pretty much the whole time.
Okay. Where did like your passion for music, like not just the EP, just music all around, like where's your passion come from?
Honestly, like just I don't know, like it's just something that I all of a sudden was spending all my time doing. And like I really like making music and I love the way that it brings people together.
Facts.
And like you can connect with people who are listening to these songs and like everybody hears a song differently, right? And like everybody has their own interpretation of it. And I just think that's like the coolest thing in the world to be able to show people something and have them hear it differently than I did originally, you know?
Definitely agree with that. Like just the realm of creativity and whatever you
exactly
want. You know, for a lot of people it's therapy. You know what I mean?
Dude,
just
for
to
me,
release
it's therapy,
that.
man.
I like that video. I saw the video. You were in the room by yourself, and it was one of the, I don't know if it was a music video, but you were in the room, and the way you had the visual, like it was through the door, the eye thing, the what's that thing called that you look through in the eye? Yeah, the peephole. You know what I mean?
What are you talking?
It looked like it was through a peephole.
Your favorite tune video.
Yeah, yo, that was dope.
That's my buddy. Me and my buddy Steven shoot a lot of music videos, and it's just like a super wide lens, and you can see the vignette on the sides.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We actually
your creativity is different. It's dope.
Yeah.
That captured me. Like, how do you normally create your songs, like from scratch to I know you said like there's like a certain element out of something and you just build around that.
It's different every time, and it's like my process has changed a lot over the last few years. Especially like I think after I dropped my first album, Red Lights at Midnight, there's one song on that called Hi I Miss You, and that started to kind of like pick up. And once people actually started listening, I started thinking more about making it for people to listen to than making it for myself. And then once I switched that back to like making stuff for myself again, my process totally changed. So like if I can think of something that I can build off of, like whether it's like a storyline or a feeling or an idea, like I just try to take it line by line and figure it out as I go. And like I'll write and produce at the same time. So like I'll produce a section and then I'll write for it and then I'll record it and then I'll move on to the next section. And like it's kind of all at once thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like just a feel, like of depending on what the vibe is at that moment, what you're trying to create. That's dope. What was the name of the album that you said?
Red Lights at Midnight.
Red Light to Midnight.
Yeah, man.
That was your first one?
That was my first. Like still just making songs for fun. I was like, I have enough songs right now to make a full thing, and then I shot like little music videos for every song and released them every day up until the album.
check that out. That's
Like,
on all streaming platforms?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's such a album has such a special place in my heart, because like
Word.
I was writing over the course of a few months, and you can kind of tell, or I could tell at least, because the album kind of tells the story of that point in my life. And it's like,
look into that.
Yeah, man.
That's important, man. The more I learn in music, it's just you find your your character in your music that you make over time. You know?
Totally.
So the fact of you to be able to recognize that, what that is to you, that's
man. I mean, that's
true artistry.
I think that's my favorite part about music, for me personally, is that like I can look back on this thing I made in this point in my life and be like, okay, that's bookmarking that for me, you know?
It's your story, man.
Yeah, it's literally my story, and it's like the best way I know to
That's
get
amazing.
it out there.
It's amazing, like you're writing your own book, you know, musically, like that's a superpower, yo.
Dude, and I mean, that's why I like making videos too, because it's like it just builds on top of the music, and just like being able to go look at what I was doing is like the coolest thing.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. What's your thoughts on like the music industry, like just all around?
Yeah, dude. You know? I mean, things are changing big time.
Definitely.
Just
especially after this pandemic.
Yeah, and
like how we have to do things.
How it works with like Spotify, and how accessible it is for like smaller artists to actually do it. It's, for me at least, I feel like if I can make something that's really good, I can market myself to be successful with like, I mean, Emilie just started helping me manage me, and like just
shout
having
out to Emilie.
shout out to having her reaching out to so many people has like already taken my stuff to the next level. Like,
yes, being an indie artist now is like the wave.
Yeah,
you know? And
it's just so like, with Spotify's algorithms, like it's showing my stuff to thousands of new people every week, and it's just so cool, because like I don't have like a label backing, and like it's gotten to a point where I don't want a label backing, you know. Exactly. I'm like, I could
you're
do
seeing
shit
what you can
myself.
do yourself.
And like I don't want to spend somebody else's money doing it.
I feel you, man. Yeah, like how do you I guess spread around on the Spotify algorithm?
So I've looked into a lot. It's like just something that I think is really fascinating. And basically, like within the first 2 weeks of a release, it's super important to get people engaging, and like Spotify looks at who saves it and like adds it to their playlists and listens to it over and over again. So like there's just so many factors that go into it. But the more you post on Spotify, like the more songs you have, the more it'll show your stuff to people, and it's just constantly a growing thing as long as you're still just putting out music.
Who's your biggest like musical influences?
I have a few. So just like off the top of my head, there's Eden, Versace, Chelsea Cutler, 1975, Mac Miller is definitely way up there. Just like I really like artists who just do their own thing, you know, they like are themselves. And Eden's a big one for me. Like he was the first person, like I learned how to sing just like trying to sing his songs basically. And it's I like good lyrics and like unique production and stuff that doesn't sound like everything else, you know? So he's a big one for me.
What like sticks out more so to you, like when you listen to your influences? Like the lyrics, or more so like their beat selection, like their sound selection?
It's a combination of both, because like staying on Eden as the example, like he's doing the same shit as me, where he's producing all his own stuff and writing all his own stuff at the same time. So I think the biggest part for me though is like these are the artists I was listening to when I was developing like what I wanted my sound to be, you know? And like they, unrelated to me making music, they are the people that I just really admire and like listening to. And I think that's the most important part for me, unrelated to, I think that like the sounds come from who knows where, like, but listening to them, and like they're just people I love listening to. Because
it's them bringing out their character as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. So who would you like to collaborate with? You have like a dream collaboration?
I'd love to make a song with Chelsea Cutler. I did a cover of one of her songs called AF1s, And it's like one of my favorite songs that I've made, and like I want to get her to hear it someday.
That you drew and I said it's alright, but I don't wanna wait inside it, and I don't wanna waste no time when I still want you just the same as nights we laid out on pavement, drinking till we got wasted, loosening Nike laces, high AF1s.
How has COVID affected your process? Like, as far as making music, we kind of went over it a little bit.
No, but it's kind of crazy how much it has affected it, because like I was going to school and I was a D1 swimmer, so like I was just doing music and
bro, I can't even swim. I'm not even. That's.
You might not make it.
That's amazing. I can't even. I'm scared of it. I'm not. I call it surviving.
Yeah.
But that's
okay. Well, I was swimming like
good.
I was swimming like
Shit.
8,000 to 16,000 yards a day. So like I was.
You could save a life, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I was a lifeguard too. But anyways,
it's crazy.
I was spending all my time doing that and school and stuff. But then having COVID hit and like school's online, so like basically I'm not doing anything for school. I just had all day to work on music, you know. And I ended up making so many songs that I did not end up releasing, but like I learned so much from spending all that time doing it, that like I don't think I would be here without all that time I spent doing it, you know?
Yeah, that quarantining in a 4x4 room, and it's just music there.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, as horrible as the pandemic is, obviously, like I was very lucky that I had that time at home to just be at home first of all, because like I never would have been home with my parents again for that long, which I think it was a good thing.
Yeah, it sounded like you came out with the blessing. So as far as the EP, like after the release, like what are your plans for?
Oh, that's
like
a great question.
After the 25th of February, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are we going?
Dude, we're grinding so hard right now, just trying to get it out there, get people hyped up for it. I'm excited to announce it and see where that goes. But after it comes out, I have 3 full music videos I have one for each song.
For each one?
Yeah.
Dope.
And they're all kind of like connected, and I'm really excited to share
like
those.
A story, okay.
Yeah. So it's a cool video project as well as, you know, music project. So I'm very excited to start sharing those. After that, I already have a few songs that I'm getting rolling and like have plans to shoot music videos for.
Dope.
So I just gonna keep the momentum going, you know. Hopefully people listen to the EP, but
I'm pretty sure it's dope. Okay, think of me. I listened to it a couple times.
I appreciate it, man.
No,
really
for real. It's like me. I love all sounds, but that is, you have a unique like rawness to you. Like the third one, and the first one is definitely that Sunday coffee. I remember that. That's because I love coffee, and it's Sunday.
Yeah, it is Sunday.
It's Sunday and I have coffee. Oh,
dude,
see, it's meant to be. It's something. That's
it,
bro.
It's a song about coffee, and people fucking love coffee.
Listen, for real, I'm like, he on to something.
Yeah,
you doing that, man.
I think I'm very excited. I think it has cool potential.
I'm excited for you, bro. Congrats on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have like set dates for the music videos after the 25th?
Yeah.
You want to give a sneak on that, or
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No, we're doing it like every week
TBD.
after. Yeah.
Every week after.
Follow me on Instagram. If you
yeah. Follow him on Instagram. What's your social handle?
Yeah, my Instagram's at retrograded.tunes.
Okay.
That's like my thing. People call me. They always throw in the tunes in there, so I have.
Is it spelled as is, like TUNES?
TUNES,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you have? Like, what would you give another artist coming up?
That's a great question, because like I still think I'm an artist coming up, you know. But
I've been. We both are. We learn as we go.
I've been doing it for a while now, and like it's something I think about a lot. But it's the most important part is just making it for you above everything else, and like making something that you sounds good, not comparing yourself to other people is huge. Like for a while I would hear something and I'd be like, wow, that's so good, I'll never make something like that. And eventually I was like, all right, well then I'm not trying to make something like that. You know, I got to make what I can with what I have, and that's like the most important part, is just consistently doing it because you love doing it, you know.
Facts. No, I like that, man. So we got Think of Me EP. That's February 25th. All right.
Yes, sir.
Y'all need to tune into that. That's gonna be on all streaming platforms. You know, that's very exciting.
I'm so
That's
excited.
Dope. That's dope. Shout out to Retrograded. Okay?
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming in and joining this podcast with me. You got a question?
Just if you want to throw it in there.
Yeah.
It looks like you have a fresh tag.
Oh, very
You got a fresh one?
It's still peeling.
I was gonna
say.
Yeah.
Talk about the tat.
Word, dude. Okay, actually.
Listen, what is that?
So
What is it?
this is my uncle's cow. His name was Yeller.
Oh, snap.
So I grew up on a ranch in California. That's why I have
Okay.
all the barbed wire tattoos.
Okay.
But
Cowboy?
yeah, it's honestly
Little
it's kind of the aesthetic I'm going for, but like not full cowboy, but like when I first got this one, I was like 18. I was like, I want to get a cow skull on the outside of my arm, and I finally did it.
Shit.
But yeah, no, it was my uncle's cow. A long time ago. His name was Yeller, and they just like found him dead in the pasture one day.
Oh fuck. So you just.
But that's ranch life, man.
So remember,
That's ranch
yeah,
life.
yeah.
But
In remembrance, he's there with you. He's right there.
Dude, my grandpa had his skull over his like tool shed for my entire
He loved
life growing up.
He loved him.
Yeah.
How many tats do you have?
Like 8 or something. I got this one.
I'm still working on
He's-
3. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got them in hidden spots. This is
I'll try to. I'm gonna stay away from hands and stuff. I don't have anything on my left side yet, but
Dope.
I like it. I like this one a lot. This is I think my favorite.
That's dope, man.
Love the story. Too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. I had so much fun. I love talking about this shit.
Yeah, bro. I think we're good.
She wanna party like a rock star.